Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. So we've got our Into Resin mold out today. I have an order that I've got to fill, so I figured I would turn it into a video. So I've got 10 ounces of resin because that's what that box holds. So this should is the key word, be a quick video for those of you that like the quicker videos. Okay, let me just wipe this. So my hands are broken out really bad again. I'm just so frustrated. All right. All right. So she wants it in the Aquawan Red. I guess that's how you say it. By Eye Candy. It's the deep burgundy one. And then once it comes out, she wants the petals pink, and then I'll do the green leaves and the metallic markers. I hope this is going to show up. I'm not sure, so we will see. So I might end up having to do something different. I had something in there. Okay. So I'm just gonna get this paste out. I'm gonna give it a good stir. Even though this doesn't look like it separates, it's just always good habit to make sure that you mix your paste before you just go in and color it. So this is actually looking like a pink. So we might add a little bit of the, I don't know, we'll see. Let me just scrape my stick here, like as much as I can. I want to get as much of that pigment off. And then I will run this through the Let's Resin debubbler. I'm going to actually divide it up in 2 cups. No, maybe 3 cups. Let me just see what we're looking at for a color here. She wanted more of a red than a pink. Yeah, that's, I think, too pink. So let's grab the, I know I have a red. Yeah. So let's put some of the red in it. And if I have to, I will add a smidge of black to get the dark red that she wants. And if it doesn't come out, it doesn't come out right. I'll make it over. All right, so I'm gonna put quite a good scoop. In there. Let me just run that stick through. And you know what? I need a big stick. What's that? That show? I need a bigger stick. I need a big stick, something like that. All right, so let's see. All right, so that is looking a little bit better, but I'm going to add more of the red. Okay. And then I might add a smidge of black. We'll see what it looks like on the paper towel once we get this all mixed in together. Okay. All right, so that is definitely looking more red. So I'm going to put just a smidgen of the black. Oop. Well, one piece shot out. Well, that's what we're going to go with. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think that is definitely looking better. I'm scraping my stick because there's still some black that is on that stick, so... wipe my sticks. All right, now let's see what we've got for a red. I'm going to take a clean spot here. And that is looking pretty good, but I think I want like another little bit of black. Maybe not a full drop. All right. I have a full drop on my stick. Oh. And I have cotton gloves under these gloves, so they're not like wanting to stay. All right, so I'm gonna add that little bit in. And then I have a little bit more on my stick. I just wanna go ever so slightly with the black because I don't wanna overdo, but it's getting close to like that burgundy color. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good red right there. So we're going to stop there. So these are the 2 cups. I put 5 and 5 in each one. And I'm just going to take one of my cheapy cups and we're going to divide this, and then I'll remix these 2 because of the leftover resin that's in there. You know what? Maybe I'll do 5 and 5, and then from there we will separate, and that way everything kind of gets mixed back in. And that pretty much gets it all out of there. So I'm just going to give this a good mix around, scraping my sides so that any of that residue epoxy is mixed in thoroughly. Okay. I'll move this out of my way for right now. I'm getting my bottom as well, just so everything is completely incorporated in there. Okay, now it goes through the debubbler a little quicker when it's divided up into smaller quantities in the cup. So that's basically why I'm dividing it. All right, so I will get this put through the debubbler, and then I will be back. I'll clean up my mess, and we will get this poured. Okay, guys. So while that was in the debubbler, I ran up. My husband grabbed the mail, and I got a surprise from Let's Resin. So we'll go over that in a minute. Let's get our boxes poured first. And I am going to spray alcohol because I really, really don't want any bubbles if I can help it. And you know what? I am going to put these on a paper towel so then I can move them around much easier. So I can bring this closer to me so I can see what the crap I'm doing. Because, you know, old lady eyes. All right, so I'm just gonna try to get the little flowers, and then I'm gonna take my little pokey tool thingy and just kind of make sure that we have no bubbles sitting in our little rosettes. All right. These ones aren't usually that big of a problem. It's usually the base, but I still Like there was a little bubble there. So I have another 10 ounces of resin mixing. So this one here isn't really a problem until we start getting to the edge. And I'm not going to over scrape because I don't want to create any bubbles. All right, so this next part here, I'm gonna stop. And, oh, see, there's two big bubbles that came out. Because there are like little ribs. And it's down a little lower. I didn't get it the first time around. I'm feeling it now. All right. And then we will get that domed. Spray. And we will slide this back. All right, I'm just gonna shut that off for a second. And again, and you're not supposed to, I know, but I want this to be a perfect pour, if at all possible. You know what I mean? In the Bond Crafter, you don't have quite as much working time as you do with the Let's Resin. The resin that is in my mixer now is the Let's Resin brand. It is the epoxy that I got from Julie in Happy Mail, which was on my Amazon list, because these, you know, this is an expensive habit, and if I don't have help, there's no way that I can like continue doing videos, because I just, you know, I can't afford it. So I totally appreciate all the support that I get, guys. Just trying to make sure I get those, like the little, they're like little balls in the bottom, but I do got to get moving because my resin is starting to get warm here. All right, so before I completely dome it, I'm just gonna try to squish, you know, if there's any bubbles in there, that I can squeeze them out. And then these ones you can see, you know, like you can see like little, the little bubbles in there. So you just have to, you know, it's time consuming, but you just have to get each little ball thingy. And not all of them showed bubbles, but I still, Like this, these have, you can see the bubble right there. So I'll just pull that out of there. So I like the molds that you can see through. So what was going to be a short video, I apologize, is now going to be a longer one because we have 2 new molds, and I will go over those in just a second. All right. Because I don't want to leave it in the big cup for very long. All right. Let me get that sprayed. See all the bubbles coming up? So this is going to work out good where I'm having another, another pour, because I will be able to see if there's any bubbles and pull them out, because I will let this get a little firm before I put it in my Resiners curing machine. I love that thing. I think that has got to be my most favorite tool out of everything that I have. All right, let's just slide this bad boy back. Let's get this and get it divided. Oh, I gotta clean my spatula. Get that another good spray down. All right. So the other thing that I just realized is when I ordered the new gloves, I couldn't find the protein-free ones, and I'm wondering if that is the culprit. So I am going to go online today and see on Amazon if I can find the protein-free, latex-free gloves, because my hands were good for a while, and I'm like, I've been trying to think, like, what am I doing different? I'm not doing anything different, and it's the gloves. So I think that is, I think that could be some of the problem. All right, and I have a little bit of that left. All right, so I'm gonna do 5 and 5. And then I will remix this. All right, I'm gonna set that there. I will spray some alcohol in it. All right, so I have not even picked out colors, but these are the molds. So my rep from Let's Resin had messaged me, and she's like, hey, just wanted to let you know I have a surprise coming in the mail for you. I said, oh, thank you so much. So this one is a bear. And, I can pretty much see it's a bear, and it's really textured. So I can't wait to see what it looks like. So this one, the paper that came with it says that it's a bear and an axolotl. I hope it's an axolotl. But this paper that was in there says it's a dinosaur mold. And these were meant for the squishy gel, but you can also use them in resin. So we're going to find out. So one is a bear and one is, it kind of looks like an axolotl. But, you know, then again, a dragon can kind of look like that too. So I am going to, we're going to use the chunky glitter by Let's Resin. And let me just get this because, you know, I'm trying to not have any spots that I can like touch the resin just in case. So we're going to do, I have the most of this one. We're going to do the pink, and we'll do this for the axolotl thingy. And then we'll do, what's the other one I have the most of? The purple opal, the silvery, whoa, dark green. I think we're gonna do the silvery opal and the pink opal. Oh, do I want to do the purple? We'll do the purple. Okay, so I am just gonna pour this in my containers and we are gonna mix it in. I will throw these through the debubbler. Now I haven't even tried this color, because like I said, when I first started, I didn't really know what to do with chunky glitter. But I've since learned. And I will put glue in this. So it doesn't have to be completely saturated. And this is going to give me a good chance to really re-stir my resin and scrape my sides. Look at how pretty that is. All right, so I'm going to grab my Clear Elmer's glue. And we're going to put 5 drops because I got 5 ounces. So they each take 4 point something, 1, 2, 4, 5. So they each take like 4.7, 4.5, something like that. So I just made them an even 5, and then we'll pour whatever as far as the leftovers. And this just kind of helps suspend that glue. I mean, yeah, the glue helps suspend the glitter. So I am definitely going to split these because it is so thick. Look at that. Maybe I didn't need 5 drops, but you know, that's what it calls for. So basically, you got to kind of cut it with a knife. All right, so we'll go with that. Move these off to the side. Gosh, I'm going through paper towels like crazy today. And then we're going to use the purple opal in this one, which is purples, greens. It's a whole bunch of pretty colors. So again, I'm going to scrape this cup because these are the 2 cups that I use to mix up my resin. I put 5 in each cup. And then I poured it into my Let's Resin mini hand mixer, which is my second favorite thing in the world. Now look at all these bubbles coming up. Now if I had walked away and went upstairs, these would have stayed like that on the top. So when you're doing these kind of intricate molds, you really, really need to babysit them. And I am bad for that. You know, a lot of times I'll run upstairs and then I forget, and by the time I come down, it's too late. All right, so we're gonna try, no, we're gonna make them the same. We're gonna do 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I will separate this. We'll run it through the debubbler. And then we will wait for it to cure. So goopy. Okay, so let's see what we get with this. All right, I think we are good. All right, so let me throw this in the resin, Let's Resin debubbler, and then I will be back and we will get these bad boys poured. After I get the stuff all over my fingers off. All right, I'll be right back. Okay. After I had to fight with my phone, because my fingers was all sticky, so now I'm gonna have to clean my phone. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious. The red was getting so thick. I just poured it into my molds that still had some stuff in it. I figured it's a good way to clean it, and then I can always just paint them. You know, not a big deal. But in the meantime, I got red all over my new little dudes here. Okay, so let's see. That is the bear. So the bear is going to be the purple, even though it looks blue. And I'm going to pour some, and then I'll get like the head done. And then we're going to squish because it's got ears. It looks like a cute little face. And I don't want any bubbles. All right, so, and we're gonna definitely have some leftovers. So I am gonna try cutting this as we're pouring, because this is so gloopy, I don't want it to like over pour. And anything that's kind of sticking out or I think might you know, be a problem area, we're gonna pinch. Sorry guys, I didn't realize I was so out of frame here. I will move this in just a second. I mean, you can see, but barely. All right. So going to slide this back. And like I said, I'm going to give these about an hour, and then I will put them in the curing machine, because I found that works like the best. And on this, I did have to go around these little ball areas because there was some bubbles, and I'm still seeing some, but it's too thick to mess with. So there might be some minute ones on the bottom. Again, it's just the nature of the beast. All right, so, and I really do think this is an axolotl, guys, because it looks like there's little things, but then again, it could be dinosaur horns too. I don't know. But we're hoping it's going to be an axolotl, because those are so popular. Everybody loves the axolotls. All right. So, and you can see, let me squeeze that. You can see, you know, there's little areas over here. But because I used glitter, now I can't tell if it's a bubble or if it's glitter. Oh, well, we're going to pray for the best. And hopefully I don't have to fix it. Oh, I guess I should have finished one cup before I started the next one, right? My goodness gracious. And one does take a little bit more than I think this one takes a little bit more. I'll read you those dimensions here in just a second. It took me a few minutes to find it on the mold itself. All right, and I guess we're just gonna leave it right there because it is sticking. I didn't put paper towels underneath. My fingers are all sticky and I gotta spray alcohol. I'll use my paper towel. All right, so I am gonna put just a little bit more in here because I want it nice and full. And then I'm gonna just add just a little bit more in this guy. Now that is definitely domed. This one is not quite domed. All right. So that is domed. This one might be a smidge. I can't tell if it is the alcohol or the alcohol that I sprayed. All right, so let's just kind of go around. I'm going to take a smidge, well, I'm going to try to take a smidge out. There we go. All right, and then I will find something for these. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in a cabochon because I know a lot of you know that I have started trying to learn how to do wire wrap jewelry. So I want to learn like how to try to do a cabochon. So I will probably make a few cabochons with that, and then I will do it on a video where I'm showing the jewelry once I can figure it out. And then we can do like a whole video on that. So, all right. Let me just wipe my hands. Let me get a baby wipe so I can shut my phone off and find something extra. Some cabochons to put that in. And then we will be back on demold. Oh, I can't wait. I absolutely love new molds. All right, we'll be back. Okay, guys. And I remembered that I forgot to tell you guys how much these held. So the bare one holds 4.73 ounces, and the other one, according to this, holds 4.39. But this is 4.73, and this is 4.4. So we will see. All right, let's do the bare first. And I did get a bubble or something right there. All right, so let's see what we got here. Oh my goodness. Oh, and I got a bubble in its nose. Oh. But look at how stinking cute. Now it is a matte mold. So, yeah, I might, oh, crap. And can I reach my nippers from here? Oh, I can. I think I can. Nope, not these ones. Oh, well. Let's see. And there are a few micro bubbles underneath. Now, I did run this through the debubbler, but I think because of all the texture, but, oh, and we got a bubble here too. But, I mean, it's really cute, you know? Where is my black marker? Right here. So let's give it, let's color in his little eyeballs. Now, I was not planning on doing these little critters today, but when it came in, I was like, yeah, I've got to see it. So we will be redoing this. I probably will not use glitter. I think that was a big factor. Plus, it doesn't really show. So we will be doing this again. But let's see if this is an axolotl or what it is. Now, I did pour some extras. They're not dry. I didn't stick them in the debubbler, but I will show them on the next video. Nothing special. And we did get some bubbles. Ouch. Ow, ow, ow. And sorry, my hands are gross. I just got done doing a live painting video. So if you guys haven't seen that, go back and check that out. Yeah, why would I think that glitter was a good thing to do with all this texture. Hang on, guys. I've got to... I mean, this is a really flexible mold, but I'm having a hard time getting... Only because my fingers are so sore. Ouch. Oh, I think it's an axolotl, guys. I don't know. Oh, it is. It is. And the same trouble areas on the bottoms of the horns, of the gills, or whatever they are. Oh my goodness. This thing is adorable. But again, we got bubbles. We will be pouring these again tomorrow in a regular, just a regular color with no glitter. So let's just at least, you know, give it some little eyeballs. So there's a few little bubbles in her little eyes. And then she has got this adorable mouth right here. Oh my goodness gracious. This thing is adorable. All right, let me hold it up for you so you can... So yeah, we got bubbles here. We got micro bubbles, gazillions on the chin. But we didn't get any on the back gills. And it's like it's textured all over. So I'm thinking maybe what we'll do is, because I know sometimes when you brush the mold on the Dell molds, it makes them look more shiny. But I don't know with all the texture. I think what we're gonna do tomorrow is we're just gonna pour them either clear or in a color, but just no glitter, no nothing in it. And then we will see how those come out, and then we can adjust from there. So yeah, you're going to be seeing these again. All right, let's get this out. And I did get a few little glitter pieces that floated over. Now I let this sit until it was firm before I put it in the curing machine. All right, I just gotta pop the suction, guys. Hang on. There we go. Oh, that color is, oh my gosh, I got something sticky here. All right, I'm folding my paper. All right, so that came out really good. And I'm not seeing any bubbles. Oh, we got one right there. So yeah. Okay, so that came out good. Now let's see the cover here. And oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to be redoing this. And I even took the time and went around. So we definitely got bubbles there. I got one there. But, okay, so I know how to get to the color that, this is exactly the color that she wanted. So, let's see if these metallic markers are going to show up. And they are. But is it going to look good? That is... Now, I've seen other people do these with the metallic markers, and it looks really good. And when I do it, it looks like poo. So maybe it's, you know, you got to do a ton of coats. I don't know. So I'm not gonna do the whole thing because I have to redo this, but I just wanted to see if it was gonna look okay if I did, you know, do it this way. Because it's hard to do the box to get the colors that you want because it's such a tight, you know, the side things are really tight on that mold. But and there's a couple of bubbles in here which I don't understand. Maybe because my resin was too warm when I poured it. That could be. All right, I'm just gonna, I have to do a couple, so I'm gonna know if, you know, this is gonna work or if I've got to go a different route. Because I don't like this at all. I don't. Huh. So maybe what I can do is do maybe just the leaves and leave the roses. See, like just the top coat is fine. I don't understand. So, I mean, I could live with the leaves. I just don't like the rest of it. You know, the way that, I guess I could wait and, you know, like tomorrow try a second layer or something. I don't know. Maybe it's the type of tips that I have on these markers. You know, maybe, I don't know. Because they're not like a really wide marker. So maybe that's why. I don't know. But, I mean, you really wouldn't want anything wide anyways. See, I like the green leaves. I'm liking that. I just don't like the rose colors. So, unless I just did a highlight on the rose instead of coloring the whole thing in. So maybe, you know, like doing this. that might be. Yeah, so that might be a better. Just doing the tips. And actually, I think the thinner the better. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what I'll probably just do, like the very tips. You know, kind of like a highlight on some. I mean, I'm going really fast because I know I have to redo this, but I want to get, you know, like an idea of, yeah, definitely doing that, I think would look the best. You know, just hitting those high spots. You know, and then if, you know, if I make some too thick, I can just clean it up. But yeah, definitely, I think just doing that would make a difference. So yeah, I will have to redo this. Trying it on here so I don't have the ugliness of the other ones that I did around it, so I can get a better, you know, a better look to see if this is, yeah, I think this is going to be the way to go. And there's something right here that was in my mold too, and I don't know what that is, but yeah, I think that's going to be the way to go. Just a touch on it. So luckily she doesn't need this right away. I was trying to get a jump start on it, but I can still keep it and put some stuff in it. I'll just take all that off and yeah. But that is our video for today, but these guys are so cute. So we will be re-pouring these tomorrow because I really want to see what they look like without any bubbles and the chins and stuff. So yeah, because, you know, it's textured all the way through. So, yeah, I think it's going to be one of those things where you're going to have to sit there with your stick and really run it through those areas. And I definitely want to do this axolotl again. Alrighty, guys, that does it for me for today. Thank you so much. I'm not even getting glamour shots, guys, because everything was a disaster. So it is what it is. Alrighty, guys, I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.